Ken Dilanian, let's talk the contents of some of this affidavit, which I find fascinating. The classification of some of the documents that were contained, that they believe were contained, being stored at Mar-a-Lago, the high classification of them, really, and who they could feasibly compromise.
Yeah, Yasmin, that's what really jumped out to me as somebody who's covered the intelligence community for a lot of years. These kinds of markings are not seen on documents that are found outside of special facilities designed to house classified documents, period, end of story. I mean, human control system was one of the markings they found on documents. That connotes basically a CIA field report, a report by a CIA officer, perhaps maybe a Defense Intelligence Agency officer, but normally CIA, about his or her debriefing of a confidential source overseas, a spy. Now, normally those reports don't leave the CIA, but in some cases, I'm told, when senior intelligence officials are briefing the president on a significant intelligence development, they may want to show the president exactly where it came from and the direct source information. This is raw intelligence. This is not finished intelligence written up by analysts. This is right from the collector. And so if that's what happened here and he took it home with him and it ended up in Mar-a-Lago, that is just absolutely stunning.
Ken, let me step in for one moment, because I do want folks to understand what you're talking about, right? This Human Control System, or HCS as it's classified, it's designed to protect intelligence information derived from clandestine human sources, commonly referred to, and this is, by the way, I'm reading from the affidavit here, as human intelligence. The HCS control system protects human intelligence-derived information relating to human intelligence activities, capabilities, techniques, processes, and procedures. I mean, you don't have to watch Homeland to know how incredibly important something like this is and how important it is to protect these sources overseas, their safety, especially considering the position they're putting themselves in.
Right. So in English, what you just read there means it's generally a report from a CIA officer about his or her conversations and debriefings of a spy. Super sensitive stuff. It may not have the name of the source, but it may have identifying information. Not the kind of stuff that ever gets outside a vault, essentially. And the other really alarming designation is SI, for signals intelligence, which means NSA, it could mean National Security Agency, intercepts of foreign leader communications or other kinds of phone calls, emails. The NSA is vacuuming stuff up all over the world. It's super highly classified. It makes up, in many cases, 3/4 of the president's daily intelligence brief, because they're getting a lot of really good stuff. But that is very, very secret stuff. And if the idea that documents with those markings were in Mar-a-Lago, again, just alarming. And there's, other markings, no foreign, means intelligence so sensitive it can't be shared with any foreign nationals, including our closest allies, the Brits and the Australians. And ORCON, meaning originator control, which is just means that the agency that has the document decides who sees it. So it's just another evidence of how highly classified these documents are. And the last thing I want to say, Yasmin, is in the memorandum of law, separate from the affidavit that they filed, we also learned something important, which is that the Justice Department said that there are a significant number of civilian witnesses whose identities they need to protect. So the idea that there was one informant, one confidential human source that gave them the roadmap to this whole thing is belied by this language. There are a lot of people talking to the FBI.